Alright, Johnny, see here. Plans are already in motion. All the boys are in position and they're just waiting on you to get the goods. You're gonna get in there, you're gonna steal the art, and you're gonna get the hell out of there. You know what happens to grunts who fail me, see? So if you know what's good for you, quit your yapping and get to stealing, see?
No, Johnny, don't do it!
Just like that, Johnny found himself in a mysterious room. He didn't know what this room was, or how he even got here. But the point was, he was in a room, and he had no idea what to do. Johnny wondered why he heard this voice in his head, and why the hell did he even show up in this room? Constantly, on and on, why? But then again, the thought occurred to him. Why, he didn't even know he was Johnny until the voice told him. However, given Johnny's current situation, he decided that the voice in his head wasn't the most pressing concern at the moment. More so, what was in this room? What did this room do? What was its purpose? Johnny decided to explore the room, see what he could find. After solving the puzzle of the room, Johnny noticed a statue in the middle of the room. It wasn't always there, was it? After a brief but very terrifying fall, Johnny realized to himself he wanted nothing to do with this room, and he wanted to leave as soon as possible.
Johnny reached the most curious room, all dark and whatnot. What was in here? Oh look, it's Johnny's car. What's it doing here? And why do you taste blood in your mouth, Johnny? It's because of that car crash you got into 10 minutes ago? You know, the one driving away from the police? Come on, Johnny, you know what I'm talking about. See, this is the distraction car, all part of your master plan to steal art from that one famous museum. Your boys are driving this car as a distraction to deliver the goods. Don't you remember? Even though Johnny's terrible memory couldn't remember that the conscious him is in very real danger in the real world, Johnny still remembered that Back to the Future is still his favorite movie of all time. Oh, sure, you remember that, but not the big car crash, huh, Johnny? Typical. Oh, look, a door. Where could it lead to now? Salvation? Damnation? More insanity? Tune in next time and find out what happens to our hero Johnny in the Adventures in the Weird Museum.
When Johnny came to this room, he was confused. Johnny saw no doors, only two sculptures, a heart and a leaf. Now, Johnny didn't think it was a leaf, but that's because he is uncultured and wouldn't know art if it hit him in the face. He didn't know what to do. I knew, but he didn't. As he got closer to the two sculptures, he began to hear sounds where there were none. He questioned where the sounds were coming from. More so, he began to question why and, more importantly, when the voice talking to him had changed. Maybe it didn't change? Maybe he was going insane? Or, perhaps, it's quite possible that I am just messing with him. Who knows? As Johnny stood there, looking at the giant heart sculpture, he could not help but feel as though it was important. Just how important it was, Johnny did not know. As Johnny approached the leaf, he studied it for a little bit, but still could not see the leaf that the voice was talking about. You can't see the leaf, Johnny, because you are an uncultured idiot. Everyone knows that. When Johnny approached the little info plaque, he began to smell freshly cut grass. First the voices in his head, and now he is smelling things that aren't really there. Moving on. Where was I? Oh yeah. As Johnny approached the info plaque, he noticed that a door had suddenly appeared and the other sculpture had disappeared. He stood there for a minute wondering before going through that door. Onward, Johnny. To destiny.
Johnny had an appreciation for nature. hence why he so cunningly chose the pretty leaf in the last room. Who needs to remember one's parents anyway? You don't need them, they are dead already anyways. You are all alone in your life, and frankly, unbeknownst to Johnny, he was in fact dying at this very moment. Do you think they'll forgive you, Johnny? Do you think your parents will forgive you? What you've done to everyone you've ever known? Bees. Bees everywhere. No gods, no demons, just bees.
Johnny finally reached the end of his journey, after a lot of shit that made no sense. On the table there was Johnny's prized Tommy gun, and behind it, a giant tombstone, which probably suggests it's Johnny's tombstone. This whole room is red anyways. Must mean you've bled out by now, and these are your last moments. Had fun. Did you enjoy this museum tour of your subconscious? Of course you did. Now you can finally end your treacherous life by shooting yourself in the face with your own gun. Don't give me that look, Johnny. You're already dead. Stop being a little bitch and do it. You know you're tired of all this. It's nice knowing you, Johnny. You dirtbag.
XP-11's logs. Humans continuously show prowess in surviving the XP Legion's onslaught. Analysis. We need a new weapon. We need XP-188. You will be the first XP to think for himself, to learn, to fight as though he was trained by the enemy. We will use his testing facility to guide him, to train him, and make him to be the greatest weapon the XP Legion has ever made. His prototype body is almost complete. I will personally seek for myself to train him and guide him the best I can, to deploy him to the front lines as soon as possible. The sad truth is, though you can be programmed to be good at everything, you cannot perform the best at everything. This is the void XP-188 will build. He will be the ultimate weapon. Hello XP-188, here in this testing facility we will evaluate your first task. Decide, destroy, or defend. We will continue to evaluate your primary motive. Very good. Remember, every choice is absolute. And now, some news from the front lines. This is XP-25, reporting in from Scouting Mission 229. We are reporting that large XP walkers are moving to refugee bases in order to defend our foothold. Numerous hostiles present, engaging. In this room, we will be figuring out your basic critical thinking functions. Find the sequence. Proceed to the next room. A running start before you jump. Thank you. Better outcome. on the front lines. The XP Legion continues their assault on the humans. So far, 3 of your key bases have been destroyed. This allows us to gain foothold on a very crucial tactical area. Welcome to the shooting range. Here your weapons are now online. You may fire when ready. Shoot the targets. Don't shoot allies. Very good. Now use those skills to test to depend on your primary motives. Hello, XP-109. Here is testing facility. We will evaluate your primary motive. You will succeed where your predecessor has failed. Choose, decide, destroy, or defend.